Hi, I'm Chuck Lofton, and yes, it looks like we're going to have some weather impact days the next few days. If you have not been outside yet, it's beautiful. It's going to be overall a really nice day. In fact, of course, today is really the beginning of the Easter holiday season. Yesterday was Maundy Thursday. Today is Good Friday, and then we've got a lot of folks for Easter egg hunts, sunrise services, church services, and just enjoying the weekend. And the big question is, will we be able to enjoy it? Well, certainly most of the day you will today. Warm and windy today. We are expecting some thunderstorms late tonight. And by late tonight, we're talking about maybe 11 o'clock. And then that would continue overnight and into Saturday morning. And it'll be cloudy with a little rain, especially in the morning for Easter Sunday. So we've got a lot to talk about. Let's get right to it. As the kiddos come home from school later on today, it is going to be unseasonably warm. You may be interested to know, we have had two 80-degree days so far this year of 2025. This will be the third one, and we should reach 80 by about 4 o'clock this afternoon with sunset at 8:27. And this allows, not only the southwesterly breeze, but the days continue to get longer. That allows us to warm up quickly and then sustain that warmth because the sun is just out longer. Tonight, Indiana will host Maryland. The first pitch at 6 o'clock as IU takes on the Terrapins in Bloomington. Temperatures will be in the 70s. Wow, what a wonderful night to watch a ball game at IU. Also a great night here. The Toledo Mud Hens have been in town all week against the Indianapolis Indians. And tonight it's Friday fireworks. So because sunset is at 8:27, the first pitch tonight will be at 6:35, and at that time, it'll be 79 degrees. Who would have imagined in April, people are going to be sitting out there in short sleeves and no rain probably until later on in the evening. I've got an icon there for rain and thunderstorms at 9 p.m. I'd say that's a very low chance, still a chance, so be prepared for that. Okay, let's talk about the weather pattern and what in the world is going on. Well, today is just a warm weather pattern, in fact, very much like mid to late May. But the jet stream, that river of air separating warm and cold, this upper level system is going to allow strong to severe storms to be likely or at least possible from basically Dallas through Indianapolis late tonight and then into the early part of tomorrow. Now that jet stream tomorrow has most of the energy to the south. So tomorrow, we're not looking really for severe weather here in Indy. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but it would be very unlikely. Most of that would occur west of Memphis, in Little Rock, and then also around Dallas tomorrow. So the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, which provides us with all the information that we need to predict and project severe weather, has parts of Indiana under a slight risk. So what's a slight risk? On a scale of 1 to 5, that would be a 2. Usually what happens here is not tornadic activity, but the possibility of strong storms with some high damaging winds, which, by the way, we could experience, and then also some heavy downpours of rain. Remember I said that tomorrow most of the energy would be south, so you'll notice how they've changed that possibility of severe weather tomorrow. There's a marginal risk, or a level 1, from I-70 on south, and the main energy would be, let's say, Branson, Missouri, and the Ozarks all the way into Dallas, Texas tomorrow. So what are our main severe threats? I think tonight, really no threat until we get past 11. Remember, Angela Buckman will be with you tonight at 11 o'clock. A medium risk of high winds. As we've been mentioning, those gusts in excess of 30 miles per hour. We're beginning to see windy conditions right now, and that will continue. But the highest risk would be heavy downpours. Now, one of the things that I wanted to mention to you is I know what people are thinking. What about tornadoes? And it's good to think about that because, after all, wasn't that long ago, just a few days ago, we had confirmed tornadoes, a lot of them, dozens of them actually, throughout Indiana and the Midwest, including major damage done around Carmel and to the Sur La Table facility in Brownsburg. We would put that at a low risk in these storms. So it's a different storm than what we experienced on that Sunday night going into Monday. Here's the jet stream, that river of air separating the warm and cold. As I mentioned, the Easter holiday weekend is really a tale of two countries. To the east of the jet, that would be us, mild to unseasonably warm weather. And that would be from Indy into New England all the way into the panhandle of Florida. But out west, we're talking about Minneapolis and Denver, we're talking about below normal temperatures closer to the polar jet, which means in northern Minnesota, they're going to get snow for the Easter holiday, believe it or not. All right, let's talk about Saturday. Big game for the Pacers. The NBA playoffs, the tip-off against the dreaded Milwaukee Bucks on Saturday. 65 as people are coming in. Yes, there could be some scattered showers or thunderstorms during that game and after the Pacers' victory. But there's a big game tonight. And hang on there. I want to show you two things. As the Indy 11 tomorrow night take on the Charleston Battery out of Charleston, South Carolina. A couple of things I want you to notice. One is you can get one of these T-shirts as the 11 are celebrating my retirement. Go to Indy11.com. Get a ticket for $20. You'll get the T-shirt when you go there. And the 11 are also going to be debuting their new kits in honor of the racing capital of the world. How about that? So they'll be playing at that. Now, the question is, are you going to get wet if you go to the game? Well, it looks a whole lot better tonight as we look ahead than it did yesterday and day before. I think we'll see some breaks in the action, so there's a chance that we won't have rain, let's say, after 5 or 6 o'clock and not again till late in the evening. So keep that in mind. Now, here's how much rain we're expecting during the weekend. As we go into Easter Sunday, we could pick up anywhere between, in northern Indiana, maybe a third of an inch, really not that much, to the heaviest rain in that I-70 corridor, between 1 to maybe 2.5 inches of rain. That is a less number than we had seen projected by some of our computer models a couple of days ago. And this is what, by the way, Easter Sunday looks like. I would say if you're going to have an Easter egg roll or an Easter egg hunt on Sunday morning, make sure they're in plastic eggs because the kids are going to get wet a little bit, although the afternoon looks okay, cloudy and 70 for a high. So let me walk you through the next few hours. So this is 4 p.m. today, only some sprinkles, that's it. I think if you've got plans for the evening and you're not going to be out too late, it's going to be just fine. So here we go now. This is 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Angela will be with you tonight at 11 on WTHR-TV. You can stream that as well on 13 Plus, our free 13 Plus app. And there will be widespread rain, thunderstorms, perhaps gusty winds. And those winds could gust in the locally heavy downpours from 40 to, I'm not ruling out 60 miles per hour, although I think we're talking mostly 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. Now, this is 9 o'clock. Remember, tomorrow is the 15th annual Carmel Marathon. Thousands of people from all over the country are coming to this event. If you've never been, this is rivaling some of the great marathons in the Midwest and the eastern half of the United States. We're expecting tens of thousands in Carmel for the 15th annual marathon, and look what happens. This is 9 o'clock. It is my understanding they run unless there's widespread lightning, and then you got to pull everybody off of the course. Okay, this is 1 o'clock on Saturday, and you'll notice that two things. One, this storm starts to weaken, and 2 out of 3 computer models I was really looking at this morning show this rain or the massive rain to move a little bit north. And if that's the case, at 6 o'clock then, there may be rain in Kokomo and Lafayette, but really not much of anything anywhere else for maybe 2 or 3 hours. Now, by 11 o'clock, from 9 to 11, rain starts to move back into the metro area. At least that's what it looks like now. Remember to watch Lindsay and Matt during the weekend. They will be updating this as it happens, all right? So let's get to Easter Sunday. 2 a.m., we've still got rain around. A lot of Easter sunrise services are a little after 7 because that's when sunrise is. And this is what we're looking at, some patchy light rain at that point. Not looking for thunderstorms. This is 10 o'clock in the morning. There could be some downpours of rain, but we're talking about primarily light rain and drizzle. Now, by 1:30, if you're going out for lunch or having an Easter lunch in your home, really not bad. We'll take this any day because those showers will be quite light. Now let's take a look as we move into our 7-day outlook at what the next few days look like. And I got to tell you, this is very much like early May. This is the kind of forecast that we have I would say between the 1st and the 11th or 12th day of May. These kinds of extremes and then lows. The lows aren't very low. So today, windy and warm. Remember, the high 80. This will be the third 80-degree day of the year. The average high is 65 degrees. Now, you know it's not supposed to be that warm, right? So with this system moving in, that's going to generate these strong showers and thunderstorms tonight. Sean and Angela will be here with you talking about that. If there's severe warnings, by the way, make sure that you have a way to get those. Best way is by your phone. Best way is to sign up for our WTHR weather app and then monitor our newscasts on WTHR TV. Saturday then, rain and thunder at times, although I've got to tell you, I think late afternoon and evening, really not that much, 66 for a high. On Easter morning, it will be cooler. It'll drop down to 50, but we'll take that on an April morning, won't we? The high 70. Most of the scattered shower activity will be during the morning on Sunday. Monday, we've got another Pacers game against the Milwaukee Bucks. 68 for that high temperature, and with that, yes, there could be a couple of showers or thunderstorms around the area. But then we're in an early summer-like weather pattern, and it won't just be Monday. It's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Mostly sunny on Tuesday, the high 72, sun and clouds 78 on Wednesday, and Thursday, the high of 73 degrees. But once again, we want to remind you that we are going to have some sunshine during the course of the day today, windy and warm, but that severe weather is possible tonight. Remember to stay tuned to WTHR TV during our newscasts. We stream them live on 13 Plus and throughout our social media platforms like Instagram and X and Facebook. We'll be updating you. Have a great time and a blessed Easter. Enjoy this Good Friday.